Hey you guys, welcome to the J Zone, and tonight we're going to talk about the Rock Hudson documentary, All That Heaven Allowed, that premiered on HBO this year in 2023. Now, prior to this, pretty much all I knew about Rock Hudson was he did a guest spot on I Love Lucy, which I Love Lucy is one of my favorite sitcoms. So, again, another video. We'll talk about that more later. And that he was a closeted gay man, and he was one of the first high-profile celebrities to die of AIDS. So this documentary mainly focused on his life and career. They did interviews with various friends and lovers he had, and interviews with like Linda Evans and Piper Laurie, which I know her mostly as Carrie's mother. And Rock Hudson had 76 acting credits to his name, so I really want to look to see about more of him, some of his movies and such. And this is also, I just found out this is based on a book, which of course, and it's all checked out at the library. So anyway, but I'm really interested in seeing some of his movies now. Some of the films that were profiled in this documentary were The Mirror Cracked, which I do have and I have seen, but it's been a while. I need to check that one out again. So he was in that one. And that one also has Angela Lansbury, which I love her, and Murder, She Wrote. And he did Giant, which of course everybody's mostly heard of Giant. That was a film he did with Elizabeth Taylor, and there's some of her interviewed in the documentary. And Giant is over 3 hours long. I tend to stay away from longer movies. I've never seen Gone with the Wind. Haven't seen Cleopatra, Casablanca. I haven't seen Titanic. So pretty much long movies, but maybe one day I will get around to seeing that. So they talked about that and kind of his dealings with James Dean and how they get along, and how Rock Hudson may have been flirting with him behind the scenes, and Dean was kind of hypocritical of that. And another movie they showed, All That Heaven Allowed, that's the one he did with Piper Laurie. And that seemed like a musical. I have to check that one out. That one was released in 1952. So she talked about that and how she thought that role was beneath him, how those lines belonged in a teenager's mouth, she said. So that's one I like to check out. And Pillow Talk, they talked about his series of films with Doris Day. And my friends always telling me that Pillow Talk is kind of silly, but I do want to see it. I want to check that out. I actually ran into like on on Amazon, I was looking to see what kind of DVDs or Blu-rays they had on Rock Hudson. They have a Blu-ray and a DVD set of his 3 films with Doris Day. So I might have to check that out. Pillow Talk seems like something I'd want to check out. And also I'm a big horror fan, and he did a film called Seconds, which looks really interesting. That came out in 1966. So I'd like to check that one out. And later in his career, it seemed like he did the television series Macmillan and Wife, who I might check it out. It seemed decent. And he did a TV series, miniseries called Wheels, where they interviewed another closeted gay actor at the time who played his son. So I'd like to find out more about that actor. I may have seen him in things. I'm an old soul, so I'm really big on anything old school, music, TV, film, you name it. So I'll probably check that out, and I've seen him in something. Hope you all can hear me okay. I have a fan going, and I'm trying to keep my voice. I have a microphone here, so hopefully you can hear me all right. So this was a really good documentary. I learned a lot about his film career and some of the friends he had, lovers throughout the years. And I would have liked to see more of like his upbringing, like discovering how he discovered his sexuality and how his family might have felt with that. They didn't really touch too much on that. Maybe more of that is in the book, which I do like to read, so I might have to check that out one day. And see what else. one of his final roles was on Dynasty. I believe he did maybe 7 or 9 episodes in an 84-85 season. And this is around the time that he was, I believe, diagnosed with AIDS. And they did interview Linda Evans. And for me, this is one of the most touching moments of the documentary where he talked about, where she talked about how the kissing scene and how that just touched her to know that he was trying to protect her because they had to do so many takes of the scene, and he kept his mouth closed because, of course, then they didn't know a whole lot about AIDS and HIV, which the AIDS pandemic was going on a lot at the time. And just to interject about me, I was actually born HIV positive during the 80s, so we'll get into that more in another video, so I understand what's going on. So what else about this documentary? It's just really good, and hopefully it's nominated for an Emmy. I haven't looked at the Emmy nominations yet this year. I don't know why. I just keep forgetting about it. Slipped my mind. But hey kitty, that's my cat down here. Hello. But anyway, that's about it. So you guys should check it out if you get a chance. Rock Hudson, All That Heaven Allowed. It's streaming on Max, HBO. I've seen it twice and I really enjoyed it, so I definitely want to check out those films. Mainly The Mirror Cracked Again, which I do own and I have seen, but it's been a while. Pillow Talk, I like to see. And I think he did 3 films total with Doris Day, so I definitely want to check those out. And definitely Seconds, because I'm into horror, thriller, sci-fi, that kind of thing. So yeah, I don't think there's anything else. If you see me looking down, I just kind of make notes, so about everything I want to touch on. So just a bit about me. My name is Jay. This is the J Zone. Thank you for tuning in. If you like this video, consider giving it a like, comment, share it, subscribe. If you'd like to, maybe give it a chance. A little bit about me. There's some story times coming soon, which I've been teasing in my other videos. Kidney transplant story, which I recently had, so there's a story time coming out for that. Look for that. And also the story time about the time I met Michael Jackson. So I don't know if you can see, there's a little picture that Michael Jackson autographed for me. This is for another video, but just a little something there. I don't know if you can see it. It says to Jamil, love Michael there. Alright. So anyway guys, take care. You can follow me on Instagram at thejzone87. And also for all things MJ and the Jackson family related, that is Original Neverland Kid 90. One word. We're on Instagram. Maybe I also have a Facebook group. So check us out if you like. Alright. Thank you for tuning in to J Zone. See you later. Take care. Bye-bye.